Hey everyone, I want to tell you how to anger the Canadian government. Anger them so much where they'll almost use lethal force against you. I wish I was kidding, but I'm not. As some of you may know, I'm a firearm owner, legally. I jumped through many hoops to own my collection. I have a safe that's so freaking huge you wouldn't believe. It takes a lot of people to drag it into my house, and it'd take a whole lot more to drag it out. In my workplace, I deal with firearms, including machine guns and fairly heavy weapons. I am one of the most vetted people in Canada, but yet, because of my YouTube channel, my firearms license was under review. I got this phone call today from a guy named Eric Trowell from the from the Chief Firearms Office here in Nova Scotia. That's where I live, Nova Scotia. And he told me this. And he said because of my online presence. Well, I have no real social media. I have a YouTube channel and that's it. And I asked him, I said, is it my politics? He said, oh, no. Then I asked him if he could talk to me more about this, and he really didn't want to talk. I find it highly disturbing that because I do political satire online, and some of you may have seen some of my work, I like to wear a little clown makeup and have a good time, that the police are willing to use physical violence against me to seize my legally owned property. I contacted my lawyer right away, and I do record all my phone calls on my phone. It's just an app I have downloaded. So I have the actual recordings. So I called back just to make sure this wasn't some sort of scam. It's not. So, because I'm a legal firearms owner, the police are willing to come to my home, most likely kill myself, my dogs, and my spouse over legally owned property. There was a report by a guy named Dennis Young. Dennis Young's a retired RCMP officer who does Access Information Act requests, much like I did today. I want everything that Eric Trowell has about myself and the investigation against me. Dennis Young found a report by the RCMP saying they could probably kill 58 gun owners before people in Canada would overthrow the government. I found the report once. I'm looking for it again. I thought I had it saved somewhere on my hard drive, and I probably do, but my hard drive's a hot mess. 58 gun owners they think they could kill before people would overthrow the government. That's really messed up. Listen. Violence is never the answer. Killing legal gun owners, not the answer. Killing gangbangers, not the answer. But the mere fact there's a report from the RCMP, they actually investigated this, and they figured they could kill 58 legal gun owners before people would overthrow the government. The mere fact they did the investigation into how many people they could kill should make people a little weary of the government. Now, yesterday, the RCMP went to my neighbor's place, talking to my neighbor about me. They asked my neighbor about, am I a dangerous or violent person? I live with my girlfriend, 2 dogs, in a middle-class home, in a middle-class neighborhood. I pay lots of taxes, and I work for I can't say this. I may work for a government agency, or I may not work for a government agency, and I have top secret clearance. Maybe. Who knows? I could be crazy. The mere fact they investigate me for my YouTube channel, and that's what it's about, my YouTube channel, my online presence. It's quite terrifying, to be honest. Because I'm a pretty average, ordinary person. Contacted a lawyer today. He's looking into this. I did an Access Information Act request. I want everything to know about this Eric Trowell fellow. And I want all his emails, his phone calls. I want all that. And legally I can get it. I've done it before through Access Information Act. People think you're free in this country to have an opinion. You're really not. If you speak out against the government like I do, I'll be honest. I'm not a fan of the government. I think we need a smaller, leaner, less intrusive government in any nation, to be honest, including Canada, United States, and whoever else. The government seems to have a very large hand in people's lives, and they really shouldn't. The average person just wants to work, make a living, and go home visit their family. That's pretty much all people want. I enjoy firearms because I work with firearms. I like to hunt. I enjoy target shooting. I find it really enjoyable. I find it quite relaxing, quite stress relieving after a long week, poking little holes in pieces of paper, and the smaller you get the hole, the better. But the mere fact I was under investigation because of my hobby and my political beliefs, and I believe this has a lot to do with my political beliefs, and I'll know within 30 days after I get this Information Act request back. It's quite terrifying that my political beliefs are giving the RCMP leverage that cause physical harm to me in the most extreme situation, of course. If I refuse to give up my firearms or whatever, it's quite terrifying that the government is willing to kill me for firearms. A little ironic, isn't it? My firearms are securely stored. Ammunition's not with them. I, work with firearms for a living. Maybe it's my politics. I don't know. I don't know for sure yet. This is all speculation. But yeah, I'm very curious about this. Anyway, if you have an opinion on this, let me know. I knew it was an investigation because a lot of weird people have been subscribing to my YouTube channel. And these people have no background on YouTube, like they don't exist. And I've Googled these people, can't find them. I've done other methods, other search criteria I can use to find people, and I can't find these people, so they don't exist. They're fake, and I assume they were the RCMP, the Chief Firearms Officer, watching my YouTube channel. I have a friend of mine who's RCMP, and I've asked her some questions, and she works up in Ottawa, headquarters, and she's going to get back to me about this. Yeah. It's a little concerning to know that my federal government, my elected government, thinks it's okay. Now, I'll be honest, this whole Dennis Young report that he found, I don't know what year it was produced, but the mere fact that government researched how many people they could kill before the population would overthrow them is absolutely terrifying. 58 supposedly is the magic number. I'll be honest, I hope it never comes to that. I really don't. I like to think most people are rational and sane and not willing to kill others. But I don't know. I don't know how the government thinks, because they don't know how they think. Anyway, I'm just going to post this online. My house will probably get raided if I get suicided anytime soon. I did not kill myself. I say that jokingly, but deep down inside, I kind of worry. Many years ago, I sued the Ottawa police, and I was getting death threats from a 000 number. This person called me from a phone number originating in London, Ontario, but they were based in of Truro, Nova Scotia. Yeah. They can't be honest, can they? What are they afraid of? What are they really afraid of? Are they afraid of gun owners? Gun owners statistically are the least violent people in Canada because they're the most highly vetted people in Canada. More vetted than police officers and doctors. But yet, the government is most willing to use violence against us. Anyway, let that sink in. We'll see how this goes. Allegedly, he doesn't think I'm any sort of threat. Do I believe him? No, I don't. I don't trust the police. I don't trust the police at all. I had quite a few friends whose family were police officers, and they like to get drunk and beat the shit out of their families. So do I trust them? No, I don't. No, I knew a couple of cops when I lived in Ottawa. Most were pretty decent people, but some were really dirtbags. They openly admitted to cheating on their wives, having what they call squad girls. Mere fact, I'm banging an RCMP officer. I used to. Who was married for years, and she didn't tell her husband, and she thought that was cool. Gives you some idea of the mentality of these people. My ex-wife worked for the RCMP. She had some pretty fucked up stories. Anyway, I'm gonna go. With any luck, I won't get suicided. The old Hillary Clinton. No, I'm kidding. I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're just going to shoot my dog and kick in my door. What can you do? I hope for the best. Anyway, you guys have a great night. Good night.